Good morning, everybody. This is Geneva of Geneva's Closet Talk Show. How are you doing this morning? Now, I'm gonna get my days right. Today is Friday. Okay, because I was on 2 days ago talking about it was Wednesday. And none of y'all corrected me. Well, you did, because I was on live and I seen it in the comments, but I wasn't even looking at the comments, but I made sure I looked at the date today. Let me be sure. Okay, yep, today is Friday, September 28th, and here in my Chicagoland, Midwest, Illinois time, Central Standard Time, it is 8:33 a.m. And let me just keep it real with you people. I wasn't even technically supposed to be on here talking to y'all right now, because my favorite things to do in the morning is work out and swim. That's all the sister asks for is can I work out in the morning and go swimming? So my plan was to go swimming today, because swimming is therapeutic to me. And plus, I just learned how to swim. And March, so I like I need to get my swim on. And it's like therapeutic to me. It's like when a person go and meditate or go do whatever, they yoga, whatever. That's what my working out and swimming is to me. But it didn't happen today because they're doing stuff to the pool. So I'm probably gonna have to wait till tomorrow. So I'm not my happiest, but then again, I'm blessed. But anyway, people, the title of this video, what did I put there? I put skeptical police forced homeowner to take down Halloween display, and that's why I put it in quotations, of a lynched man hanging from a tree. Okay. Now, this came from one of my Geneva's Closet subscribers by the name of Pamela. Thank you, Pamela, for this information. I received it last night in my emails. And when I read it, I was like, okay, all right. That's why I had to put skeptical, because after I read the article, I was like, there's no way I can put the title without putting skeptical police forced homeowner to take down this thing. So let me read it. And then Halloween, bitch, it ain't even, is it Halloween? I didn't even, is it October yet? Don't we still got a few more days before it's even October? So what is a Halloween? Ain't nobody stupid. But anyway, here we go. This is dated for September 27th. So that was yesterday at 6:01 p.m. And it was written by yahoo.com. It says, police make neighbor remove offensive Halloween decoration resembling lynched black man hanging from tree. The police forced a homeowner to remove a Halloween display in September depicting what appeared to be a lynched black man hanging from a tree after neighbors protested. According to Indiana News, Indiana, the state, news station NWI Times, the 15-year-old daughter of Toya Griffin, a resident of Lansing, Illinois, discovered the figure, a black mannequin with his hands and ankles tied, hanging from a tree near the sidewalk on Wednesday while she was chatting with her mom on the phone. Her daughter suddenly said, "Oh my God," and tried to explain what she saw. Griffin, 37, tells Yahoo Lifestyle she encouraged the girl to send her a photo and provide the address of the home, which was decorated for Halloween, where the display was located. Griffin says she left a voicemail with the Lansing Police Department and an officer was dispatched. When he called me back, he said, now this is what the officer said, it's Halloween, and he didn't feel it was offensive, she recalls. That day, Griffin's sister visited the tree, and a neighbor recorded the scene on Facebook Live, drawing a crowd of upset neighbors. The owner came outside, and my sister asked her, "Do you see anything wrong with this?" Says Griffin. She refused to take it down. She said, "I have friends who are black." Lord, why do they always say that? What the hell does that mean? That you got friends who's black? Anyways, eventually police officers arrived, one of whom can be heard saying on the video, because there's a video, people. So apparently this had a Jason mask on before, and somebody stole it. It does not sound like there was any ill intent. I bet he was like, oh my God, black people are so sensitive. Everything is racism. is nothing but just a little mannequin who had a Jason mask. Someone sewed the Jason mask. I don't see any ill intent here. When the neighbor explained that the figure had been hanging for 4 days before the mask appeared, really, bitch? The officer reiterated his confidence that the homeowner did not mean to be offensive. Everybody is hypersensitive about things, and I believe most people are not going to do that, he said. However, the officers agreed to remove the figure. A representative from the police department did not return Yahoo's lifestyle request for comment. Oh, I wonder why. On Wednesday, the police shared a Facebook post stating, our investigation into this incident revealed no malicious intent and that this was simply a Halloween decoration in September that had been vandalized. Thornton Fractional High School District 215, which is close to the neighbor's home, also sent an email to parents, a copy of which was shared with Yahoo Lifestyle, calling the image disturbing and offering counseling services to students who were traumatized by the image. It took 3 phone calls, a crowd of neighbors, and a Facebook Live video before this was removed. Griffin tells Yahoo Lifestyle, the police are supposed to represent the best interest of the community. My web search turned something up for he said, however, which consists, oh my God. Oh, good. My phone just talking. Which consists largely of African Americans whose ancestors have a history of being lynched. Slavery and racism affect people every day. Griffin's daughter, who walks by the house each day, is also upset. She'll be taking a different route. Now, what I did was when I read that, I'm like, okay, so this is, so even though I'm from Illinois, I don't know every part of Illinois. Okay, I haven't been everywhere in Illinois, but I noticed something that even though it said Lansing, Illinois, it also mentioned that it was an Indiana police Indiana news who did this. So I'm like, how close is Lansing, Illinois from Indiana? And then I looked it up and it said Lansing is probably about 9 minutes from Hammond, Indiana. So I know people that's from that area probably be like, it ain't even 9 minutes, about 5 minutes. It's like Indiana's like literally right around the corner. So what I did was, well, first of all, I went to where the Lansing, Illinois police department made their statement about this Halloween figure, and it was on Facebook, and this is what they said. It's a press release from Lansing, Illinois Police Department about this Halloween display of a lynched Black man hanging from a tree. On September 26, 2018, the Lansing Police Department received the complaint in reference to what was being described as an offensive Halloween decoration in the 3300 block of North Schultz Drive. The caller advised that there was a mannequin hanging from one of the trees. Officers arrived in the area and located the mannequin hanging suspended from the tree with a rope. Upon speaking with the homeowner, it was learned that the mannequin originally was a Halloween decoration that had a scary Jason-style mask over the head, which had recently been stolen. Once the mask was removed, all that remained on the head was a plain black plastic bag. It was verified with several neighbors that the mannequin originally had a Halloween mask. The Halloween decoration has since been taken down. Pictures of the mannequin have been circulated through social media. Our investigation into this incident revealed no malicious intent and that this was simply a Halloween decoration that had been vandalized. And these are the people that's supposed to be protecting us. You see how they act? They act oblivious. And I say that they do that stuff on purpose. I don't think that anyone really didn't understand why a Black person would feel. I think that the neighbor knew what she was doing and the police was right there powering her on it like, girl, represent hanging it. That's how we feel it. Just hang it. Ain't no malicious. It's supposed to have a Jason mask. Oh my God, you people are so sensitive. So when I was reading the comments to this press release on Facebook, I noticed that a lady had wrote, this is not only beyond offensive, but due to episodes of people putting up nooses in Indiana and other states in the North in the last couple years, it's just racist. And I was like, wait a minute, nooses in Indiana? I guess I don't know the depths of racism in the Midwest. I think I'm more in tune with the South because they talk about racism in the South all the time, but how much it was in Illinois and Indiana, Wisconsin, things like that, I guess I don't necessarily know. So then that caused me to go do some research. And literally, people, when I went to Google and typed in racism in Indiana, since Lansing, Illinois is so close to Indiana, there's a whole dang on page popped up, and this is what it said. And this came from Wikipedia about the Indiana Klan. I was like, the Indiana Klan? It says the Indiana Klan, as in the Ku Klux Klan, rose to prominence beginning in the early 1920s after World War I, when ethnic Protestants felt threatened by social and political issues, including changes caused by decades of heavy immigration from Southern and Eastern Europe. Then it goes on to say a little bit further down, Indiana's Klan organization reached its peak of power in the following years when it had 250,000 members. An estimated 30% of native born white men. Listen to this, people from Indiana, the Midwest. By 1925, over half the elected men, by 1925, over half the elected members of the Indiana General Assembly, the governor of Indiana, and many other high-ranking officials in local and state government were members of the Klan. Okay, people? Okay? So a lot of what you're dealing with now is just, there's nothing new under the sun. If it happened then, it's going to happen now. And you don't even know, a lot of these people may be the kids, grandkids, and great grandkids of those politicians and governors and members of the Ku Klux Klan back in Indiana. So then I started doing even more research on Indiana. And then I came up to something from the IndyStar.com that said, Indiana hate crimes bill fails again. And this is February 28th of 2017 about Indianapolis, Indiana. Legislation targeting hate crimes has died once again in the Indiana legislature, keeping the state one of only 5 without such a law. Republican Senator Sue Glick of LaRange says there wasn't enough support to move her bill forward. She cited amendments sought by fellow GOP Senator Mike Defts, I guess, of Carmel, that would have gutted the bill. The measure would have allowed judges to impose tougher sentences for crimes motivated by race, religion, sex, disability, gender identity, or sexual orientation. Okay, so last year they gutted that bill. So, yeah, y'all need to know that. And then I seen something else. I don't know if I'm saying this name right. Darmstadt sued, accused of housing discrimination. This is all in Indiana. Local developer Wayne Kidney is suing Darmstadt and its town council for violating the Federal Fair Housing Act by discriminating against minorities and residents of multi-family dwellings. The lawsuit was filed Monday in U.S. District Court as Evansville by attorney James Johnson of the Jackson Kelly Law Firm on behalf of developer CWK Investments Hillside LLC. Kenny is a development company's primary partner. It charges Darmstadt and town council members violated the Fair Housing Act and discriminated against minorities by imposing requirements on multi-family housing developments that were not imposed on single-family developments. According to the complaint, upon information and belief, the town intends to prevent minorities and like classes from moving into the town by denying CWK the right to develop and use the land as apartments, even though this is a permitted use for the land as currently zoned. And it says that Darmstadt is 97% white. So they don't want you moving over there, Black people trying to get any places. And then Indiana, Lansing, Illinois. I don't even know if you know this. Did you know about the parade that took place in July of 2016, where they where they did a float of and put Barack Obama, a figure of Barack Obama on it, and put line African. It says, Don Christie don't care what you think about his parade float. To him, the words lying African in front of a depiction of, at the time, President Barack Obama was funny. Many, however, was questioning the town officials, police, and organizers who allowed the 73-year-old Christie to drive the display in Monday's 4th of July parade in Sheridan, a rural community. He says, I'm not a Democrat, I'm not a Republican, I'm a patriot. Christie wore a prison jumpsuit and a blonde wig while driving a golf cart in a parade. The golf cart's roof displayed signs in support of presumptive Republican presidential nominee at the time, Donald Trump. On the front was the head of a stuffed animal with the sign reading African lion. On the back, a doll with the Obama mask was propped in a toilet with the sign reading line African. So if y'all want to know why the police didn't do anything in Lansing, Illinois, is because Indiana which is really close to y'all, have a huge history of racism. It's a huge history of racism, and the Ku Klux Klan being over there is over in that area. They was doing their Ku Klux Klan stuff. So yeah, you may get a lot of neighbors. I don't even know what to say to some of that stuff sometimes. I mean, I really don't. I'm reporting the news, but for the simple fact that the Most High said that there is nothing new under the sun. And once you really sit back and think of that it happened then and it's gonna happen now, and it's definitely happening now. I mean, it's sad, but I guess there go a little history for you about where you're at, so you're not too shocked when you see things like that, or I guess you're not too shocked when you try to call the police. We shouldn't be shocked anyway when we try to call the police and get their help. They don't seem to be helping us out, and we get tons of that we're very sensitive, and then they definitely try to throw out that thing about they have black friends, but I don't know what that's supposed to mean about anything. I don't know what that means to say that you have black friends. So that's supposed to make us feel better about the situation. Be like, oh, okay. Well, since she got black friends, I guess she didn't mean anything about hanging this all black. So why couldn't hang an all white one up? You couldn't find a white head, a white body, a white bag to put on the thing and then hang it up like you just hanging one of your people. You know, like why you couldn't? So it just had to be black. It just had to be. And nowhere in her mind when she was hanging that up did she think that the black people in the neighborhood would be offended by that. Don't nobody believe that. Nobody believe that. She did that on purpose. And then she knew that she had the backing of the police. That just kind of makes me think of, you know, that whole, because I'm so sick of that I have black friends. What does that mean? Don't you remember that comment that Amber Rose just made about Bill Cosby? You know, the first thing I thought when she made that comment, I was like, wow, that was very white of Amber Rose. Wasn't it very white of Amber Rose? I expected Amber Rose to say what she said, because it don't matter how many black friends you have, boo-boo, how much black penis you hopping up and down on, how much black sperm you got shooting up in you. That's the reason why you have your mixed son. It don't matter how much you try to look like a black woman with the booty and the lips and the hair and the attitude and the swag. It don't matter how much you try to cut your hair off so we don't see the stringy straight, you know, so you can kind of blend in with us. Because let's keep it real, people. Sometimes we forget that Amber Rose is white. Don't we forget about that? Because she won't let us see her stringy straight. But at the end of the day, she's white. And she's spoken true, like a true white person. It was very white of her. I bet Amber Rose right now would be like, what do you mean? My son is mixed with black. I sleep with all black men. I have a black penis in me at this very moment. What do you mean I'm racist? What do you mean? Girl, that don't mean nothing. All you have to do is give people a little time. Give them a little situation. And the true them will come out. The true them. A lot of people would be like, but what does that have to do with racism? I sing straight through that. Yeah, you probably then, and you thought she was just supporting, just supporting the ladies. That was very white of her. So yeah, all of that about having white friends, and I have black friends. I have some white associates and stuff too, but I'm still biased. When it comes to my own kind, my own kind get on my nerve too. But I'm biased, so that means that when I find out, I'll be like, I'm on my people's side first until I evaluate the situation, and then I figure out if they're wrong or right. But I'm biased. So, but anyway, people, make sure, because I'm gonna take this thing and post it on Geneva's Closet. So you can make sure you follow me on Facebook at Geneva's Closet. So you can, because I haven't even posted this article on Geneva's Closet yet, because there's an actual video to it where you can actually see the people that recorded it, and the neighbor comes out of her house and they like, you don't see nothing offensive about this whole thing. And she making her excuses like she always, I don't see nothing wrong. What did I do? Just leave it there. And they're like, we're going to call the police. So I'm going to take that and put that up on Geneva's Closet so you can see it. And then I will be back at some point so I can talk about this whole Bill Cosby thing, because I do have an opinion about that. I'm just waiting so I can get my information together and put it together. But I do have an opinion about the whole Bill Cosby thing. But people, you have a fabulous, here go Maya. Maya, say hey to the people.
Hi, people.
There go Maya.
Oh my gosh, look, Mom, we both have our hoops in.
Looking very hoopy and pretty today. But people, you have a fabulous day. I will speak to you later. Okay, I have to do my bye.